Hey everyone, hope you're doing great. If you're interested in learning animation professionally, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video so you don't miss our upcoming tutorials. In the previous videos, we went through different settings of the Select Bone tool together. In this part, we're going to learn about bone dynamics, which is a really useful and interesting feature. To activate the bone dynamics tool, we first need to create one or more bones. I'm going to start by creating a few bones that are connected in a chain, just like what you see in the video. As you can see, the bone dynamics option is now enabled. Now I'm going to select all the bones except the first one. The first bone will act as the joint for the rest, so I won't make it dynamic or selected. After selecting the bones I want, I'll go into the settings. Here we have options like angle, position, and scale. These basically mean that if you move, rotate, or scale the parent bone, the dynamic bones will react to it and create smooth, automatic movements. Now let's test them out together. In this section, we also have the wind option, which only activates when the angle is enabled. I'll explain its use at the end of the video. Before enabling the angle option, I'll select the parent bone and create keyframes for it. I'll set it to rotate from frame 1 to frame 6. As you can see, when I play it, the rotation happens smoothly because bone dynamics for the angle isn't activated yet. But if I go to frame 0 on the timeline, select the bones I want to be dynamic, and then enable the angle for them, and then go back to the timeline and rotate the parent bone slightly on frame 6, when I hit play, you'll see that the bones move smoothly and dynamically like this for several frames. As you can see, each bone affects the next one as it moves. Now, the angle option itself has a few settings that you need to learn. Let's go ahead and change its settings. When my dynamic bones are selected and the angle is active, I can see several options. The first one is torque, which increases the intensity of the movement. For example, if I increase it to 8, you'll notice that when I play it, the movement becomes much more intense, and everything starts to look unnatural. So, as you can see, the movement became too exaggerated. I'll set the value back to 2, where it was before. Now, if the spring is set to 10, the springiness of the movement becomes very high. I'll set the torque to 1 so you can see the effect of the spring more clearly. Now I'll hit play, and you'll see how the movement becomes very repetitive, almost like a spring with continuous bouncing. Now to show you the third setting, I'll set both the spring and torque values back to 2. Before changing the damping value, I'll play it in its normal state once. You'll see that the springy movement continues, and it takes a long time for the motion to stop. But if I set the damping value to 6 or 7, the springy movement reduces significantly, and the bones will stop moving much quicker. The higher this number, the quicker the bones will stop moving, and the lower the number, the more continuous the movement will be. There's another setting called weight, which adds a sense of weight to the bones during movement. It makes the movement feel more natural, as if real-world physics are affecting the motion. If I play it before changing the weight value, you'll see that the movement looks unnatural. But if I increase the weight and play it again, you'll notice how much smoother and more natural the movement becomes. So all these settings can also be applied to position and scale. There's no need for me to explain them all in detail. We'll just test them together so you can see how they affect the movement and get a better understanding of how they work, just like with the other two settings. Now I'll activate the position option and use the Select Bone tool to choose the parent bone. Then I'll change its position with the Manipulate Bones tool and move it to a different position. After that, I'll hit play so you can see the changes for yourself. As you can see, when I hit play, the other bones also moved in a springy way, and their positions changed smoothly and beautifully, just like the parent bone. And you can change the settings exactly like we did for the angle. There's no difference in the settings. The next option is Scale. By adjusting the scale, you'll create that springy effect and smooth movement in the scaling of all the dynamic bones. I'll select all the bones, go to frame 6, and scale them together. Now when I hit play, you'll see that they all scale smoothly and springily at the same time. Now I'll select all the bones again, and there's only one setting left: Wind, which simulates wind. Oh, activate the wind option. The angle must be enabled first. Now, before activating wind, I'll hit play without creating any keyframes. You'll see that nothing happens, but if we enable wind and hit play without creating keyframes, you'll notice that it looks like the bones are being moved by wind. That's it for the dynamic bone settings. Don't forget to like and subscribe.